like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is actually going to be my review for If Loving You Is Wrong. It's season 4. It's actually episode 11, which is actually the finale. It was actually on for an hour and a half, but we ain't going to have a long review. We're just going to go through this. We start right off. Alex is at her. She's reached her mother and father's house. The father comes out. Long story short, he's trying to convince her to say to him that she's been raped. And she wouldn't do it. She said, no, he didn't rape me. He won't leave me alone, and that's why I'm here, but he did not rape me. He ended up smacking her in the face, telling her that she was lying, this, that, thing, and the other. Then once she goes ahead and tells him, no, I gave it to him, this, that, thing, and the other, but he just won't leave me alone. Yes, the baby is actually his. He told her she was a disgrace and a shame to this good Christian family. Good Christian family, child. Anyway, then he commenced to spitting in her motherfucking face. In her face. Spit in her face. And told her that she was disgusting. She's disgusting. Okay. As if all that wasn't bad enough. He go in the house. The mother come out and she gonna continue. Tell her that she was wicked and that she needed to get on out of here and don't come back around here no more. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. You're a wicked woman. Living up there in that house. You living in a mansion and we living like this. And when she said that, the father said, ain't nothing wrong with this house. And she's like, I didn't say that, Rusty. Child, she knows the shack she live in. So what I gather, the mammy's actually, she's always been jealous of Alex. Her husband was fucking Alex. Alex ended up getting away from the husband and getting a better life than her. She's fucking jealous of her. Horrible. Horrible. And this is why she's so fucked up, I guess. But anyway, before it all gets over with, he done went and got a shotgun and told her, you get out of here, you bitch, or I'm going to take and shoot you and feed you to the crocodiles down there in the swamp. And she's standing there like, I ain't going nowhere. You know, it is what it is. This shit's fucked up, so do me. Whatever. The mother's like, you better get out of here. Get on out of here. And she get down there, she gets all in her face, and she smacks her. I said, well, child, okay. And then she finally goes ahead on and she leaves. And before she leaves, he actually started back in the house. She's pulling off. And he's hollering, call so-and-so and get the boys rounded up. We got some business to take care of because they're going on down there and fuck with Randall. And the mother's like, don't do it, Rusty. She just wanted you to do that. She worked him. So all of that goes on. Now, remember, she left Kelly watching the baby and left the other ones with some other woman. And they figured she had a doctor's appointment. Just a mess. So I'm just going to go on and finish up her whole little thing while we're at it. So once she gets back, she's dealing with all that. So it's just her and the baby. She comes back to Kelly, gets the baby. The other ones are still over the other woman's house. She says she's going to chill out for a minute. In the meantime, in between time, Marcy then went to see Brad. And told Brad, you know, she's back on with Brad, and she's like, where you been? You know, this kind of thing. He basically been staying at his office. He said, you threw me out. She said, no, baby, I didn't throw you out. I told you to leave because I want you as much as you want me, but we don't need to be together. You need to be with your wife. But I can't have you stay here. So you come on back to the house, and then I'll just lock myself up, and it just be what it be. I said, child, if you don't just get up on that man and jump up and down, honey, and have a good time and leave that shit alone. But whatever. She told him he needs to call her. So Marcy ends up leaving. Marcy take her good old fly ass over to Alex's house. So it's just Alex's, so that's the baby. Because she had asked Brad, had he seen the baby? And Brad said, yeah. She said, what does he look like? He said, he looks like a lie. And at first I was like, that's shady. But no, it's not really shady. He does look like a motherfucking lie. He's married to a white woman that got this black baby. So yes, he does look like a motherfucking lie. It is what it is. Moving the fuck on. So Marcy's like, oh, so that's the baby. Funny. He looks like, he would look just like Randall. Oh, and you too. And because she just kind of like walked in her house. You know, she's going to say, get out of here. She was say, shut up, bitch. I'm here to help your dumb ass. And she tells her, you need to call Brad. He dreams about you. He still wants you. You need to call him and apologize and mean it. Not that old smart shit you've been doing, you dumb bitch. You mean it. And she's like, why are you doing this? She said, I don't know. She said, yeah, I do. I like a good fight, so I'm going to give you a fair chance before I take him off of you. I said, yes, Marcy, bitch. I said, oh, Marcy. So, baby Alex jumped on that phone and called Brad so goddamn quick. But he ain't having it. He told her, I'm done. I am done with you. I'm done. I'm done. He said, I'm not coming back. It is what it is. I'm going to take money out of my 401k and pay for your lawyers and my lawyers. So I hope you don't try to get no, lawyer that's too expensive. But I'm going to pay for the lawyers. But I am definitely divorcing your ass. And I'm not coming back. It is what it is. I'm out of here. Fuck you, you bitch. So, and he was feeling real bad. I felt real bad too. Because it was like, damn, it was like almost a tearjerker thing for him, not for her. She's a bitch. But anyway. Okay, so after that, later on that night, she done got the other kids back. The father shows up. Now, this is some Tyler. I'm going to get at your ass. Because in that neighborhood they live in, there's no fucking way that them goddamn hillbillies would have come into that neighborhood making all that noise, go over there and bust in his door and bust in their way into his house and be over there roughing him up and ain't nobody called no goddamn police. And they were so loud that Alex's kids heard the commotion outside. Come on, Tyler, stop your fucking playing, but whatever. So all that was going on. She literally took the baby and got the baby. She put the baby down in the living room. She go out the back door. She's standing there listening. Loving it because they over there fucking Randall up. So she thought. Then she hears some gunshots and then you hearing, because they went in his house with guns and shit. And then you're hearing, oh, he got a gun too. He got a gun. Wait a minute, he got a gun. So you don't know what's actually going on because they never showed over there. But then she comes back in the house, baby. And the last we seen of her, she was looking foolish because when you look down, the baby was gone. I said, good job, Tyler. Now that was good. That was good. The baby was gone and the door was wide open. I said, yes, God. Okay. So let's talk about Kelly and her aggravating ass. Kelly, throughout the program, she need to get back with Randall. Not Randall, I'm sorry. With Ramsey. Ramsey's having no parts of it. That's kind of making me not like Ramsey because he's taking it kind of far, but he's like, he don't want nothing to do with her, basically. Just playing her off. So she's feeling real bad, feeling all sad and everything like that. Ramsey is over there or whatever. He turns the house over to Lucian and all that. Not Lucius, wrong show. Lucian and all of that. Kelly's over there sleeping. Here comes old weirdo is outside lurking all around. He done let himself into her house, went on up in the house. She laying there and fell asleep. She still had her clothes on and everything, so she hadn't gone to bed for the night, but she's like laying on the bed, sleep, because Justice was over at the other woman's house staying overnight. Honey, he done went over there and felt her all up and everything. I said, child, she up in there having dreams about Ramsey banging her box out, honey, and ain't paid no attention to this fool up there rubbing on her. I can't even think of what his goddamn name is, that goddamn weirdo that she was engaged to originally when the show first came on. His ass that had done threatened her and choked her all up. He had snuck on in there. So he left there, and then something was really confusing because after that, he went over to he went over to somebody's house. I'm thinking that it was over to Ramsey's house. But Ramsey's already gone. Because Natalie and the kids and them were supposed to go there to see the house. Or maybe Ramsey was still staying there. But anyway, the shower was running. And he went into the bathroom and closed the door. So I'm being led to believe that Ramsey's supposedly still there, I guess, for the night. And is in the shower. He done let himself in there into the shower, into the bathroom with Ramsey. But he gonna go in there and get his ass fucked up. I can pretty much promise you that. He playing crazy. But Ramsey's a military man. So I don't know what you get ready to do, Tyler. But all I know is if he go in there and Ramsey's the one in that shower, we want to see it first of all. And then after we get to see it, honey, he need to fuck his ass up, honey, for coming up in there with that crazy sideways bullshit. Take and beat that motherfucking mole off his face. Anyway, so moving on. So that's the last we seen of them. Okay, earlier on, there was a whole bunch of bullshit going on with this whole thing of Esperanza and her nebby stinking motherfucking ass running. She's still over there at the restaurant telling Natalie, oh yeah, no, I know what I saw. Lucian is cheating on you with Claudia, this, that, thing, and the other. Child, they go through all that. In the midst of her doing all this, Esperanza is sitting there at the restaurant with Natalie. Supposed to be at work, funky bitch. But she over there fucking with Natalie. Kelly ends up seeing Esperanza. It's not Esperanza. Kelly ends up seeing Claudia going into the house where Lucian's in the house over next door to Kelly. So Kelly jumps on the phone and calls and said, girl, you ain't going to believe this, Esperanza. That goddamn Claudia just went in the house. And so they leave. And they on their way. Natalie just got on that. Again, come on, Tyler. Natalie manager. She's a manager. She just walked out the burger joint and just went on. She going over there to fuck up Claudia and Lucian. Anyway, before all that happened, we had this whole little thing where Eddie and Claudia had an exchange, and he told her, you bitch, I know that you're not who you say you are, you bitch, and you better look out because I'll be watching for you. She's like, and I'll be watching for you too. Fuck you. Get out my face or I'll throw this fucking hot coffee on you, you cocksucker. Paraphrasing. And all of that. So she leaves. She's actually being tailed by Eddie and didn't really realize it. But in the meantime, Drew had actually told Lucian. Lucian called Claudia on the phone and told her come over and talk to him because, you know, what all was going on and be very careful. This, that, and the other, that he thinks her cover's actually been blown and she's been compromised. Okay, so we got all that. So Esperanza drives, with her troublemaking ass, drives Natalie over to the house. Lucian's car is there. The cop car's there. Oh, and right before that, Eddie had done trailed Claudia and came up in the no, I'm sorry, before that. Yeah, Claudia came. Eddie trailed her. He told Eddie to get on out of here and go away. And he's like, I know you in there fucking her, this, that, thing. You in there fucking her, this, that, and the other. Because first he was suspecting something. He's like, no, she ain't here. She ain't here. He's like, her car's right there. She is here. This, that, and the other. He said, something's not right about that chick. He said, but you know what? Now you went to internal affairs and you didn't rat me out. So you're okay with me, Lucian. You cool. You coming around. But I don't like this Claudia bitch. Tell her don't bring her ass nowhere near the precinct no more. And go on in there and blow her back out for me. You know, so Lucian was like, yeah, whatever, you get out of here. So when he left, after that is when, shortly after that, Esperanza pulls up, drops off Natalie. Natalie's like, no, girl, you need to go away. You don't need to witness. None of this shit is going to go down. She's going to go in there and show her ass. She go in there, baby, just bust up in the door. So when she busted the door, Lucian, like, goes for his gun, child, and she like, oh, you going to shoot me? You know, she came in there ready, baby, shoot. She went to go try to get Claudia and stuff. They're like, no. So they're going through all that. And look, I got it backwards. I'm sorry, y'all. The situation with Eddie happened after. Natalie busted in the house first. She busted in the house first. Then Eddie knocked on the door. And he told Esperanza and not Esperanza. Why do I keep saying Esperanza? He told Natalie and Claudia to go into the back because they were trying to explain to her something's going on. She's like, my cover's blown, this, that, and the other. She's still ain't piecing it together because she's still mad as hell. They go back in the back. And when they go in the back, she was fucking, doing the whole cop thing. She had pulled her gun out of her purse, and, Claudia did. And everything, they're back there. And that's when he was talking to Eddie. Then he got rid of Eddie. Then they came out. Lucian explained, because they didn't want to do it at first, but they came clean and explained to her that we are both working for the FBI, this, that, and the other. Of course, Natalie didn't want to believe it at first. But after a little bit, she came around. Claudia was like, okay, well, I'm getting ready to go. I got to get away because, my cover's blown. I got to go. And she's like, you be careful, this, that, and the other. He explained to her, I'm FBI now. That's why the less you knew, the better it was for you, this, that, thing, and the other. So Natalie's like, oh, shit, I've been wrong all this time. Okay. So that's all straightened out. So she ends up calling. He told her, we're moving into this house tonight, this, that, and we're moving, later on. We're going to move in. So they're all going to go over as a family so they can show Joey and the two little kids their new place and all of that. So she called Joey, told him, you meet me at the house at 8 o'clock. And don't be late, Joey. Meet me at 8 o'clock. Earlier on, Joey was back over there at that goddamn Fawn's house. Up in that house again. I said, you got a death wish. And they're fucking that man's daughter with your retarded ass. And end up, he tells her, I don't like you doing those drops, and all that, doing the pickups and all of that, for the stores. So she tells him, you could just come and protect me. As he told her, you need to have a gun or something to protect her. So she's like, I don't know about a gun. So she goes in there and steals one of her dad's guns. How convenient, Tyler. And Joey puts it in his pocket, and he's supposed to be going around with her from store to store picking up the money. So we do all that. And this is the last of cliffhangers. Get over there. They're standing there and they're waiting. Waiting for Joey. Natalie's fussing and cussing. As Joey and Fawn show up, because she's like, Fawn's like, I don't want to go up in your mouth. It's going to be a mess. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. Just come on. She was in a good mood, whatever. So they're going to go in. As they're approaching the apartment, that goddamn Quan and his little boy step out and gonna say, hey, Joey, and pull the gun out. Well, and he had the gun, and he pulled the gun drawn on Joey. They were going to rob him. And Joey immediately took that motherfucker down. He went right in his pocket. Bam, 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 bam. He shot him. But he has shot Joey, too. I don't know what all's going on. Fawn was doubled over, like in a ball, laying on the ground. Joey's laying there. He has some type of a bullet wound to the chest area. Quan is laying over there on the ground. I don't know where his bullet wound is, but everybody that got shot, I don't know about Fawn. But the motherfucker friend said, fuck all y'all's ass, honey, and went and grabbed the money out of Fawn's purse and dashed. And they hear gunshots. Lucian and Natalie come out on the balcony and look down and see it's goddamn Joey down there stretched out. And that's how it actually ended. It was really, really interesting. Really interesting. Good cliffhangers. Tyler, questionable about some of the stuff about how we got there, but pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. So basically, that's it. I don't think I forgot anything. Nope, that's it. So we will be back. Probably. And it's not going to be till winter time for the most part because the Have and Have Nots is actually getting ready to start next month. So we got like 3 weeks, I think it is. About 3 weeks, and the Have and Have Nots will be back. I cannot wait. Oh my God, can't wait. But anyway, that's it. And I'm done. And I will talk with you guys soon. For all of you that don't know about the Las Vegas trip, I've put videos out there. I'm sure you've heard me say something about the SLVS. If you have not, go over to slvsvegas.com and check out what's going on. It's going to be, as Rock says, a stone cold groove, and I don't want you to miss out, but the tickets are going very quickly. There's only a certain amount of spots, so go check out slvsvegas.com, and I will see you guys soon. All right, guys.